I am here at the Clinton Global Initiative, September 19th, 2022, where we are honoring the climate commitment makers, one of whom is Dana Schneider. Dana, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thanks for having me.
And tell our audience a little bit about who you are and what brings you here. What made you a climate commitment maker?
So my name is Dana Schneider, and I'm a Senior Vice President, Director of Energy, Sustainability, and ESG for Empire State Realty Trust. And Empire State Realty Trust, myself and my CEO, Tony Malkin, have committed to achieve net zero across our portfolio of over 10 million square feet in New York City, starting with the Empire State Building, where we have already reduced emissions 54% and will do so by over 80% by 2030. And we've created a playbook that we've given away for free, and we'll continue to grow that playbook so that all other buildings, existing buildings, can replicate our process for achieving net zero with a technical and economic pathway that shows them how they can reduce emissions, achieve net zero, deliver financial returns, and respect the equality in New York as well.
That is awesome. And that's so needed, especially in New York City, right?
Yes.
Where if there was ever going to be a model city for actually transitioning buildings to becoming truly part of this race to net zero, this is the place for it to start. So thank you for what you're doing with Empire Realty. And tell me, so this is the commitment you've made, correct? The one that you just described?
Yes, our commitment is not only to commit to net zero, to achieve these reductions in our portfolio in partnership with the occupants of our building, in partnership with the grid becoming more renewable, but to continue to share how to do this, to continue to update the playbook that we've published in partnership with the Clinton Global Initiative and NYC, and to ensure that others can understand that not only is this possible technically, but it delivers outstanding return on investment.
That's awesome. So also making it not just like a feel-good, not just for the planet, although those are very important, but really because this is good for business, right? There's an economic benefit to this.
Absolutely, and you know, we heard a lot of that from President Clinton and the other people, commitment makers and panelists who spoke this morning. Obviously, we want to address the climate crisis. We want to come up with ways to address this in a way that also has other benefits. This is something that we must do, but in order to drive investment, it's important to show that there's a return. And so I think that that's a huge part of what we're doing.
And that's going to be important to really collaboratively come together to overcome this climate crisis, right? So from your vantage point, are we going to be able to do it? Do you think we'll be able to solve this climate crisis?
Absolutely, yes. We can do it. The technology exists today that we'll be able to do it. The business case exists today that proves that we could do it. Our work since 2007 in partnership with President Clinton has proven repeatedly that we can do it. We've already reduced emissions at the Empire State Building 54%, in our portfolio 43%, and we've shown through the playbook exactly how to get to that 80%. Again, in partnership with the grid, in partnership with the people in our buildings, and we're also always balancing that with healthy buildings.
Fantastic. This is, okay, so this is the playbook that's been published.
Yes.
This is the example that's being set for the country around the world, right?
It's free.
Yeah.
It's on NYC's website. You can find it. Please go check that out.
Please go check that out. And then who in your network, because you've probably come across so many different stakeholders that are also trying to play their part in achieving net neutral emissions. So we call that Climate Love on our We Don't Have Time platform, and we'd love to hear who Dana would like to be giving climate love to.
I'll be pretty general in who to give climate love to, and say that every single person lives in or works in a building. And your behavior in that building, as well as the building itself, is a huge part of solving the climate solution. So I urge everyone to ask the owner of your building and to ask the people they work with to make small changes in behavior and technology and do your part to reduce emissions and control climate change.
Awesome. That's awesome. Everybody has been charged with something to do because everybody is involved with buildings in some capacity. So here we go. Thank you so much, Dana. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me.